Of course, my mom is my biggest and loudest cheerleader, and my family and friends are happy for me, but I'm still just Angie, not Angie the author with this hyped-up book. I appreciate that. I just made random videos with my mom's camera, before YouTube even started. It was just my family and friends in a few spoofs of scary movies and mock talk shows. And then I found out about YouTube, so I posted a ton of those videos on there. I signed for Mohun Bagan, and then I got the news that Baechung also joined the club. The first day he met me he told me that I have heard about you and you are doing well. I told everyone in my family and friends that Baechung told me that. It sucks being judged by the world instead of your close friends or family. I try to just realize that the only people who matter are my family and friends. Once you engage with the simple enough business of feeding yourself, of soil and water, weather, season and harvest, it becomes personal. It is about you, your family and friends. Food becomes an aspect of those relationships as well as your intimacy with your plot. My childhood name that my father gave me, my mother, my grandmother, grandfather, family and friends all call me TIP. I'm so thankful for my family and friends, they're really supportive. Everyone I work with on Austin Ally, the cast and crew are like my family now. We have so much fun, and I'm so happy they're in my life. I am what I am. I love golf, I love my life, I love my family and friends. Stick to the basics, hold on to your family and friends, they will never go out of fashion. It says on the back of the NyQuil box, may cause drowsiness. It should say, don't make any plans, okay? Kiss your family and friends goodbye. If I don't need the money, I don't work. I'm going to spend time with my family and friends, and I'm going to travel and read and listen to music and try to learn a little bit more about how to be a human being, as opposed to learning how to be somebody else. My parents have been very supportive. In fact, it was my mother who identified that what I was going through was actually depression. My family and friends never let me feel as if something was wrong with me. They made me feel that what I was going through was okay. They supported my decision to take medication for depression. I have family and friends who are strong Cardinal fans, and they are having a tough time since I signed. They want to root for me, but rooting for the Cubs is next to a sin. During the holiday season, Christmas specifically, it can be hard to be away from family and friends. We are protective towards our family and friends, just like anyone else is. I live quietly at home among my family and friends. Before I left Russia in 1999, I was living in a very poor factory town with my family and friends, and nothing was ever going to change. My plat de resistance is potato salad with garlic and olive oil which we press from the olives from my trees in the grounds of my home near Saint-Rémy-de-Provence. I have 4 hectares and take the olives down to the local community press at Mausson-les-Pils. I don't produce big quantities, it is just for the family and friends. I love grocery shopping when I'm home. That's what makes me feel totally normal. I love both the idea of home as in being with my family and friends, and also the idea of exploration. I think those two are probably my great interests. You've simply got to go on and on with your family and friends and tell them how much you love them because you never know whether they'll be there tomorrow, do you? And when I've been away from my family and friends, I have felt good hearing some of those old songs. Family and friends and faith are the most important things in your life and you should be building friendships. I've been my most happy and my most unhappy in relationships. I have family and friends and people I care very much about. I've got a really, really, really good life. I love spending time with my family and friends during the holidays, and my favorite holiday tradition would be the pozole that my mom makes almost every Christmas. It's the best. We love to be with our family and friends and I can tell you that lots of eating will be involved. The fall season brings Thanksgiving and the beginning of the holiday season. Sharing meals with family and friends are a key element of this joyful time of the year. We are faced with an abundance of food, and can easily gain extra pounds as a result. An Asian way of eating and living may help prevent and even reverse the progression of coronary heart disease, diabetes, hypertension, obesity, prostate cancer and breast cancer. Incorporate more fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, soy products and fish in your diet. Eat at home more with your family and friends. We don't have the luxury of time. We spend more because of how we live, but it's important to be with our family and friends. I consider myself really lucky to be able to visit so many parts of the world, but after all of that, I love to come home. I appreciate my own space and the world I create for myself, my family and friends. We have to recognize that we can help increase happiness of other people by reaching out and building connections. People have done that for me in my life. There have been many times that my family and friends have reached out to help support me and contributed to my emotional well-being, and ultimately to my health. Our family and friends keep us grounded, and they are the reason we can all feel like normal people. I was born in Iran, my parents are Armenian. We fled from Iran to the Netherlands when I was 8 years old. We had a lot of family and friends in Iran, so it was hard to leave, especially for my parents. But we managed to settle well in the Netherlands, after a year in refugee camps. But I understood it was a process. Liverpudlians have an amazing sense of humor, and they're very loyal and warm. All my family and friends are there, so when I'm not filming, I like to go back and catch up with everyone. We're a very close family. My goals have changed throughout my life. At one time it was winning awards, selling out concert dates, selling more albums than anyone else. Now, my goals are to see my grandchildren grown, live a long and healthy life with my family and friends and travel the world. The last thing I want is to die and then be put into the Hall of Fame. It's not because I won't be there to enjoy it. Exactly. It's because I want to enjoy it with family and friends and fans. I want to see them enjoy it. My dad's sense of humor was direct and sometimes surreal. His quick wit is well known amongst our family and friends. He raised me on Spike Jones records and W.C. Fields movies, and his sense of humor fell somewhere in between. We live life in restaurants. It's the center of social life, where we celebrate with family and friends, make new friends, travel without traveling, and of course, eat. I love my living room. It's the heart of my home where I get to chill and spend time with family and friends. I'd like to thank my family and friends for their continual support over the years and to all those involved in helping me develop as a cricketer, of which there are too many to mention. I went to boarding school in the country, so there's no real differentiation between family and friends. I went there from when I was 8 until I was 17, it was insane. If you earn my friendship, you are my family, and I'll do anything for you. Tennis is all about mental toughness, and you have to keep your head in the game. I make time to relax away from competition pressures, travel and intense training schedules to make sure I'm looking after myself. Taking time out with family and friends helps to maintain the work-life balance everyone needs. I think a perfect wedding would be where only your close family and friends are there. I liked St. Louis, when they were in the American League, because that was going home. I had all my family and friends there. It feels like I've been singing since I was born, and I have so many great memories with my family and friends centered around music. The only sensible ends of literature are, first, the pleasurable toil of writing, second, the gratification of one's family and friends, and lastly, the solid cash. In all the decisions I will make, my family and friends will take part. I'm starting to judge success by the time I have for myself, the time I spend with family and friends. My priorities aren't amending, they're shifting. The first time I got pregnant, I was a young girl, I was 17 years old. Although I knew right away that I wanted to keep my child, being a pregnant teen was an extremely scary experience for me. Luckily, my family and friends were very supportive and were there for me every step of the way. The UK is one of the places that has always been an advocate of my music, and I spend a lot of time touring here. I've got family and friends over here, but more than that, there's a large Jamaican community, and the Jamaican culture is very widespread in the UK, which I love. People who were close to me, family and friends, they knew about my sexuality. Visit our website for more quotes, quoting.com.